All right, so I have to make a movie about little Danielle. That's who that was. He also goes by Dan T. I'll be nice and not say his whole last name, although I could, because when they signed the contract, they state that they're giving me full permission to make movies of their likeness, their name, you name it, it's in there. That's part of what you sign. In fact, I'm going to show a little bit of Dan's closing moments at the manor when he's a happy fan. And then what happened, of course, is that he got booted out for doing some real knucklehead stuff within our group. And he's just like the other ones that get booted out. They become obsessed. And then he started in with these major hate groups, the really, really sick ones. Like there's a lot of hate groups, but there's some really sick, nasty, foul ones. And he was right there along with the Franks and the Joshuas and Becky and Greg and Chris, another Chris. And there's some real foul individuals, right? So they were all part of that group right there. But this is hilarious. So what he does is he contacts me every now and again, just furious because, for example, a couple of weeks ago, he called me ranting and just going ballistic because one of my last movies was that movie about how to watch the live Facebook feeds. And I brought out the knuckleheads, which were like Frank and Dan. And he just went ballistic. Don't you put me in there, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it was funny. It was like, it was nothing but F-bombs and just real idiotic stuff, right? I actually tried to talk to him for a while, but try to, reason with him a little bit. This guy is like, they're local. They're local. They're local. What can I tell you? But you're going to listen to this recording. If you haven't already listened to it, but you're going to listen to this recording. This is what he called my machine about. I just got the message today, and he's all worked up because I made a post a couple days ago about Frank and the other losers that were involved with all those hate groups and continue to do things and continue to call me out and try to do whatever. So I mentioned the Dans, when he's one of the Dans, that's for sure. So he went off, as you're going to hear, and it's hilarious, okay? Keep in mind now, he's going to expose the manor. He's going to expose the front yard, and because, the front yard just isn't quite enough room, we had to expand to the backyard. And then we're going to do the sides, and then we're going to do the North 40, and then we're going to do, maybe the moon? I don't know. So it's hilarious. So Dan is now going to, if I make a movie about him or with him in it, he's going to expose the MCKAMEY Manor secrets. And he's going to take all the fans away. I'm sorry. These guys are just freaking hilarious. They give me so much entertainment. They don't even know how happy they make me when they do these kind of things. It's just amazing. So this movie is, of course, going to be on YouTube. Since he really, I guess, wants to have a movie made of himself, let's make a little movie. But again, you're going to see how it was when he left the manor. And by the way, he had one of the sissiest tours of anybody. That's why it was called the Danielle tour, like I just said a little bit ago. And then we'll play what happened here when he left me this voice message about how he's going to expose the manor, take all the fans away, take all the 200 new fans. Really? I thought we had maybe a couple more thousand. But, 200, 2,000, at least he got the first number right, 2. Again, he's not the brightest guy in the world. So he's one of these up-and-coming individuals. So, world, stand by, watch out, because Dan T, man, he's out there and he's coming to take the world on. So, anyways, watch this. Thank you, Dan, very much for the continued support and entertainment. And anytime you want to call and leave messages, please do. Fantastic stuff. I love it. Great job. All right, Russ out.
My name is Dan Truelove, aka Danielle. I've come from St. Louis, Missouri to go to the MCKAMEY Manor Sissy Baby Tour because I'm a big old sissy. Russ MCKAMEY was here all by him, little lonesome, and he kicked my butt, took my lunch money, and I quit.
What's your time?
0. I'm with the Brotherhood of Zero.
First saved message. If you make a movie with my motherfucking name in it, which, by the way, you fucking crazy ass motherfucker, I have not brought your name up in a long motherfucking time. I've been fucking leaving you the fuck alone. Alright? But if you bring a movie again with my fucking name in it, I will not expose your front yard. Trust me on that. Your front yard is nothing to do with what's going on in your backyard, you stupid fuck. So, make a movie with my name in it, and I will completely obliterate your new couple hundred following. You don't have shit, dude. I completely destroyed who the fuck you are. No one gives a fuck about Russ MCKAMEY anymore. But you make another fucking video with my fucking name in it. Guarantee you this: you will lose the couple hundred people that are following you right now as well. And I can guarantee you that. Leave my motherfucking name out of your fucking shit, you stupid fat fucking goofy motherfucker.
So we all know that Dan is now a massive hater, and the reason why that is because he was booted from the page. And like I stated earlier, once these guys that you give them a little bit of something to do, I made him a moderator, let me help out within the group. Once you take that away from them, they absolutely go crazy. But let's listen to Dan in his very own words, just about what he thinks about myself and the manor.
What's up, everybody? Dan Truelove here, doing a little exit video. Let me just start with this. What an experience. I can't even explain how much of an experience that I had going through to the MCKAMEY Manor. Russ, thanks for your hospitality. Thanks for everything.
Tell him how you really feel about me, Big Dano.
You are a superstar. You are the man, the myth, the legend. And thank you for everything that you did for me and Allie. Because I'll tell you what, it was awesome. Me and her are walking away champions in my mind. So, thank you for that, Russ. I really do appreciate that.
Well, isn't that interesting? This next section, he talks about the haters. He talks about what he feels about them. Because now he is one of the absolute worst. But just listen to his take on the whole negative comment, hater type situation. I think you might find it pretty interesting.
Apparently me and Allie had some pretty negative comments going on. And I want to give a big shout out to my fellow moderators and administrators for taking care of and hopefully getting rid of those negative comments that were said that day during my tour, because we do not put up with any of that stuff. We don't put up with that kind of trash at all.
You got that right, Danny boy. We don't put up with that kind of trash whatsoever. And that's why you're gone.
So thank you, all moderators, all administrators, for getting rid of those comments. Thank you so much, because if I would have saw those comments, I would have flipped a wig, and I would have not been a very happy camper.
He wouldn't be a happy camper. I find that really fascinating since he says the most vile, obscene, brutal, just outright nasty stuff that you could possibly imagine. That little audio clip you heard, that was nothing. That was a kid's tea party compared to the stuff that this young man says. It's truly, truly disgusting.
As a moderator, I'm letting everybody in the group know right now that it's not going to be tolerated whatsoever. You will be deleted. You will be off the page automatically.
Well, there you go, good buddy. I guess we did exactly what you wanted us to do. Remove you ASAP. So now on to another subject. How did the manor work for you and your girlfriend? How do you feel about the whole situation?
It's actually gotten me a lot stronger. I will say that for 100% fact. Me and her haven't been any stronger than what we are right now after going through MCKAMEY Manor. We went through the world's most extreme hunt.
Well, that sounds like a really positive situation, unlike the type of things you say now. Amazing. So how about this sissy tour, the so-called Danielle tour, the tour that we had to dumb down to such a degree for you? What's your take on that?
I want to say right here and right now that the Danielle sissy tour is not a bad way to go. And I got to see a lot more of the manor than anybody has ever got to see.
See the manor? What? You've been telling people for the last 2 years that there is no manor, that it's only a front yard, that it's all fake. But now you're saying, what? There was a manor? I'm so confused.
So think about this. The Danielle tour may make you look to be like a big old wuss puss.
Again, you're always telling people that the manor doesn't exist. So what do you think about people who actually show up?
I'll tell you what right now. You show up in that driveway at Russ's house in Summertown, Tennessee, you are not a wuss. You have, how do they say, cojones. Okay?
I'm sorry I have to keep going back to this, but you have said 8,000 times that the manor doesn't exist, that it's only a front yard. It's just a scam. It's a fraud. That's what you've been telling people forever and ever and ever. So I really want to hear what you think about it right now.
Me and her both really set the bar high for a lot of contestants. We made some history with the manor. I now have the very first official Danielle tour, which I highly recommend.
Wow, you seem really, really impressed with yourself that you took that Danielle sissy baby tour. But again, there's no tour, right? I mean, you must not have done anything because, again, you tell people that there is no MCKAMEY Manor. It's all a fake. So I'm so confused. So what do you think again?
What I experienced was the real deal, okay? I experienced the real deal and I saw more than anybody ever saw. Why? Because I had the energy to do it, okay? I had the energy to go through further than anyone's ever gone through. Do not discount yourself for being a sissy. If you show up in that driveway, you're not a sissy. You're not a sissy.
Wow. Why don't you tell the folks what you really think?
If you want to play silly games, that's fine. Play silly games. But if you want to see the manor, which I think that's why you guys are down there for, isn't that why you guys are down there? You want to see the manor. Take the Danielle tour, but it's got to be better than my video. And that's a challenge right there. You got a lot of boots to fill there. I'm just telling you that right now. So, because you do need to do a bigger and better video than I did. You do need to do that. It needs to be bigger and better than my little chicken sissy, wussy little video that I did. Remember that.
Okay, we got that. We'll remember that. All right, tell us more about how you feel after you went through the fake, not really there, the fraud MCKAMEY Manor.
I feel reborn after this whole entire situation. Going through this. We had a great time.
That was an experience of a lifetime. Like, who gets to experience that every day?
Wow, reborn. That's a pretty impressive thing to say. I guess maybe the manor was a little more than what you've been telling people for the last 2 years. I'm just saying. In fact, give me the point blank truth about did you or did you not actually go inside the MCKAMEY Manor tour?
Let me state this for the records here, folks. I was in the manor. I was in the most dank, claustrophobic, crazy situations I've never been in my entire life, and I wanted to quit so many times. I'm a big old baby, and I wanted to quit.
Sounds pretty real to me. Sounds like you're pretty excited about the whole experience. So I'm so confused. How can you feel one way after you actually experienced MCKAMEY Manor, and then feel another way once you got booted out of the group for doing inappropriate things and acting unprofessional to where I had to remove you as a moderator? I don't understand. It makes no sense to me. And by the way, just for the record, how long did you actually last inside MCKAMEY Manor?
I still did 0 seconds.
0 seconds? Okay. Anyways, last chance to tell myself or anyone else watching what you think about the MCKAMEY Manor experience. And yours truly.
Russ, thank you again for such a great experience, because me and Allie both had a really good time. You are a very hospitable, caring person.
What? Hospitable and caring? Well, that seems just such the opposite of what you tell people now. And speaking of opposite, what do you truly think about the haters? Go ahead and talk to the haters right now, which you are the #1 compadre of all those fine folks. So go ahead and talk to them.
To the haters, you guys need to check yourselves, because Russ is not a bad guy. Russ is by far an awesome dude. So please, I don't know where you're coming from and where you're thinking in your head is about this, but go ahead and ask Russ. He's always open for interviews and anything. Talk to him. That's all you gotta do is talk to the guy. Talk to him. He'll tell you everything. So, I had a really good time. I feel, and Allie feels, a huge, almost like a rebirth. And as a matter of fact, me and her haven't been more strong than where we are right now. And that really is the truth.
Well, there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of Dan Truelove. You saw his exit when he quit the manor. You saw one of his many, many rants on his message that he left to me, saying how he's going to expose the manor. We're so scared. And then you saw in his own words about how he actually felt about the manor about a week or two after he took the tour. Amazing, isn't it, how it all changed when his little position within the manor as a moderator was taken away due to his inappropriate behavior and the way he was acting. And that's why he was booted from the group. And as soon as that happened, he went ahead and turned into a massive hater. But not just your normal hater. We're talking the ugliest of the ugly. He's the one that got involved with the Franks and the Joshes and all these other folks that, for you fans that follow the manor, know the horribly ugly things that they have done. Things they have tried to hurt myself, tried to hurt Holly, who's an innocent bystander. It's just really sickening the type of things that these individuals have done and continue to do. It really is something else. So anyways, I just wanted to
let you guys see what the real Dan Truelove is all about. We'll see you guys around the curve next time. And as always, if you want to take the tour, contact me. Go to MCKAMEYManor.com, fill out the contact form, and we'll get you set up for an interview to find out if you have what it takes. Just promise me, though, you cannot be somebody like Dan Truelove. That will get you disqualified quicker than you can snap your fingers like right now. Boom! Russ out.